Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Sunday, March 29, 2020. I would like to bring you an update pertaining to the coronavirus, and this is in pertaining to the stimulus check, and this is for all of you Americans out here and information to give to you to let you know if you will be a participant, a receiver of the said money, and this information is by heavy.com. COVID-19 stimulus check. Do you still get one if you have debt? Coronavirus stimulus checks will be issued to millions of Americans in the coming weeks as part of a $2 trillion stimulus package, which was approved by the Senate and House of Representatives earlier this week. The stimulus checks will be sent to a specific group of tax-paying Americans and is specifically aimed towards individuals earning less than $99,000 or joint households earning less than $198,000 cumulatively. For what reason? Many people might be wondering if having debt or owing the government money excludes you from receiving a stimulus check. No, it does not. In a post on Medium, Senator Chuck Grassley, the chairman of the Finance Committee, and a key author of the bill explained, the bill turns off nearly all administrative offsets that ordinarily may reduce tax refunds for individuals who have past tax debts or who are behind on other payments to federal or state governments, including student loan payments. If you owe any form of debt to a federal or state agency or a credit card company, you will not be prevented from receiving a stimulus check. In his post for Medium, Grassley explained, the only administrative offset that will be enforced applies to those who have passed through child support payments that the states have reported to the Treasury Department. So if you owe child support, you might not receive the stimulus check, depending on how your state has reported this information to the government. When you do receive your check, you'll be free to use that money however you choose. You can even put it towards whatever debt you have, or you can put it towards rent, or you can even use it to buy some clothing, therefore helping to stimulate the economy. Of course, if you don't have any payments, you have the right to save all the money too. The stimulus checks will be sent to people based off 2018-2019 tax returns, which was filed last. For this reason, your check will be sent to the address that the IRS has on file in relation to your 2018-2019 tax form. If you check the option for direct deposit on either of these tax returns, then your stimulus check will likely be sent to you by direct deposit as has been done in the past. The amount that you receive in your stimulus check will depend on how much money you made in the year you last filed your taxes, either 2018 or 2019. Acorns has created a stimulus check calculator to help you figure out exactly how much you can expect to receive in the mail and know whatever debt you may have, whether it's student loans or credit card payments, should not affect this amount. Verification for the story is heavy.com. So what you need to make sure you have done, whether you work for yourself, draw Social Security, disability, make sure that you have given the correct address on your tax forms. You have the exact address through Social Security benefits that you're getting, whether it's disability or Social Security. And as I stated, if you're just wanted to put verification on record for a tax from 1819, please file a tax form 1040 to put in the said information, whether you didn't work, or you know what I'm saying. Just fill out a tax form, even if you worked for yourself or you only worked a few months, but you didn't file a claim because you thought you weren't going to get anything back due to old debts, or you didn't work a lot of time, a long time. Just file a tax form 1819 irregardless, so that way you can get the check. I read, from my understanding, that homeless people will get a check, veterans will get a check, disabled veterans. They even mentioned something about people coming out of prison. Now, how that will work, I don't know, because they keep saying something about filing a tax return. So naturally, if you're homeless, you wouldn't have filed for taxes, and you wouldn't have filed a tax return if you've been incarcerated. Let's say you got out this year, 1918. So I don't know how that would work. But The article I read the other day states that. I'll probably bring another update to that just for that verification, but I don't know how all that's going to work. But I have been to irs.gov, and there was no information up when I went to that site the other day. I guess they're waiting to, excuse me, sinuses, load all the said information. When they get it, everything you need to know pertaining to the stimulus check will be on that irs.gov site. The IRS does not want you to personally call them, so please do not call the IRS asking any questions, because they don't want you to call. They want you to log on to the irs.gov site. But that is the said information. So as now, make sure all your information is up to par with Social Security, disability. Your address is accurate when you do your tax return. Even if you're not getting anything or you didn't file 1819, do it anyway. From my understanding, they need to have something on file. Okay. Also, I was going to say something else I was trying to remember. Oh, child support. If you owe back child support, they are stating you're not getting any money. So you need to see if your back child support has been registered with the Treasury Department, because that is what's going to deter them from sending you a check. So that is the said information. Life is becoming more stressful by the minute, dealing with this COVID-19, not knowing what to expect. You're scared to go out. Some of you not scared to go out. You can't do anything because things aren't open anymore. You're worried about who you're talking to, whose house you can go to, who you can let in your house, standing too close to people, going to get gas, grocery shopping. Eventually, you're going to have to go out unless you got a big old refrigerator with double doors, a separate freezer. I'm just saying. And a pocket full of dough to stockpile your house for a couple of months, because we already know most average Americans, especially single people, don't have refrigerators that can hold 3 months worth of goodies, at least in the freezer. Anyway, the freezers are not even that big in most refrigerators, standard refrigerators. So that's going to be the issue as far as trying to not get yourself exposed, is having adequate funds, transportation to go out and get your goods, to stockpile your house for a couple of months so you don't expose yourself unnecessarily to this virus. But as I state, most people do not have that luxury of having space to stockpile food in the freezer, such as meats, things that need to be frozen. And that's going to be a problem. Storage and money. Quit playing. But I'm going to pray for all of you as I'm praying for myself. God got it. This too shall pass. I'm leaning on faith because that's all I have at this moment. And I don't know what is going to become of us as a nation, a world. I don't know when this virus is going to die down, but it is sickening and depressing. And just the thought of this lingering into fall. Yeah, I've bypassed summer. I'm keeping it 100 because I don't know what to think at this point. I don't know where the world will be if we look up 6 months from now, September, and we're still quarantined, can't go anywhere, can't do anything. I know most people will be flipping and going somewhere and doing stuff regardless, and holding functions and weddings and funerals regardless. I've learned of 2 deaths this week, and I'm thinking to myself, how did they work that out? The funeral arrangements. Imagine one person at a time going in to view a body. And how many family members can actually sit inside the church or the funeral home? This is terrible. See, these are the things you don't even think about. The finale. If a person passes away, how are you going to do funeral arrangements? People who clean for a living, have mercy on their souls, because they're exposing themselves even more, going into hotel rooms, people who clean houses, work for maid services, people who clean restaurants, those type of things. Cleaning outside, picking up trash outdoors, picking up the garbage men. We have to pray for these people because they're exposing themselves triple threat because of their job description. It's serious business out here. And I believe we all have business to take care of on the outside at some point. But we also have to know that every day we go out, we are taking a chance of exposing ourselves to COVID-19, and it is a roll of the dice. That virus is saying, I choose him today. I choose her today, but I'm going to bypass you today. You think about that. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Thanks for listening to me. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful and prosperous, safe week for those who are still working. God bless America. God bless you. Stay clean, stay safe, wash your hands. And until the next update, this is Everyday Shenanigans. God bless you. Bye-bye.